Hi! We have our first Tubi movie request. That wasn't actually a Tubi movie, but it's on Tubi, so it's a Tubi movie to me. Thank you, Rena Belcha. I don't know if it's meant to sound like Tina Belcher, but I'm assuming it's meant to sound like Tina Belcher. Anyways, we're watching Reality Check 2002, and it was like a murder mystery. So, guess. It's meant to be a reality TV show.
This is the actual truth. What happens when you take 7 strangers?
They start the movie doing like an introduction for themselves because this is a TV show. It's a movie, but it's a TV show. You better figure it out. Okay, sorry. Before we get the introductions, there's this like strange man with binoculars just watching them from a distance. The whole movie, he just sits there and watches them like a creep. And then we meet the characters. My bad. Got a little sidetracked. The first person they introduce is this blonde girl. Her name's Caroline. She vacuums in a bikini. They shove this down your throat. She's a goody two-shoes. Okay, and then we got this jackass. His name is Crash.
Tits, splits, and bong rips, you know what I'm saying?
The whole movie, he's saying, like, just full-on saying slurs. This is Mei Ling. They were also incredibly racist with this. She's a caricature over here.
I'm also bisexual.
Okay, we have Gar.
Die, Gar, die, die, Gar, die, die.
I think the dramatic art guy is gonna die first.
Smoke, starve, sleep, and serendipity.
Her name is Serendipity.
My family moved to this suburban nightmare about 5 years ago.
Okay, this guy's name is Swope. I genuinely don't remember them saying that at all. They didn't really give him much. And then we got this girl. Okay, this is Isabel.
And I don't probably look like how you would think a Hispanic girl looks like.
Is it the dreads? So the girl that plays Isabel is credited as Miss Ace Hardware from the Garfield movie, if you were wondering where you recognized her from. They're not consistent with this. They say something else later on, but they're explaining how the show works right now. If you're familiar with the way American Idol worked, it's kind of similar to that, where the viewers vote for who their favorite person is, and whoever is like the least favorite gets voted off the show. And whoever wins gets some money.
I hope there are no secret cameras.
No. No secret camera.
There's no secret cameras, I swear.
I once got my belly button pierced. Ouch, that really hurts. But then my agent told me to take it out.
No, that's not relevant.
Pain is pleasure, my sweet ladies.
Okay, also that guy is fucking weird. They're also making sure that you catch like glimpses of the staff that work because, spoiler alert, they start... Fuck. That's too much of a spoiler. They start killing those people off as well. And when I was watching it, I wasn't really paying that much attention. So I was like, who the hell is this? It's people that work for the show. The guy that was being creepy with the binoculars earlier that will continue to be creepy, his name is Bogey.
He's the caretaker. If anybody needs anything, he'll take care of it.
Okay, this might have come out in 2002, but they still have cell phones and things, so that would mess with the plot of the movie.
Cell phones, pagers, cameras, any weapons.
They, for the show, aren't allowed to have their phones or anything like that, so I'm just gonna call him the producer. His name is Brock. All that 2002 gunk, put it in the bin, you can't keep it. So when shit starts hitting the fan later, that's why they can't call anybody, that's why they can't call 911. Also, he says to put your weapons in there, right? Okay, so there's a gun. There's a lot that is happening in this area. I'm going to be including a lot of stuff in this video, so it's probably going to be pretty long, but it's because I have to show every slightly suspicious thing that happens, so I don't spoil who the fucking killer is. So, alright, so who would have guessed? Crash he's just an asshole, he sucks.
When was the last time you were in Jersey? You must have some pretty lowbrow humor if you think I'm funny.
And he really hits it off with Caroline, obviously. That was so charming of him to scare the shit out of everybody and have a gun on him when he's going on a reality TV show.
WWF Wrestling, Big Macs, Slurpees.
My little white trash princess.
I don't know what the fuck she's talking about, honestly. Also, he's saying rude shit. The whole movie, will say like some underhanded. It's not even underhanded, honestly. It's just straight up rude. And Caroline's just like, like it's a compliment half the time, and it's just like he just calls you trash. So they're going to the house, they're picking out their rooms, their beds, and everything, who their roommate is. And this dude, Gar, starts talking about how there was like some other like massacre at that house.
You know, this is where all 13 of those dudes gulped down that quart of LSD, which they cooked and offed themselves after voodoo orgy.
So in this, I'm realizing in this moment actually that he's saying something else. It sounds like it was a cult and the people like took themselves out, if you will. What am I worried? I'm not even monetized. I don't know what I'm worried about. I'm getting no money from this period. What are they gonna do? Demonetize me? Whatever. So the people kill themselves. People kill themselves. He's like basically describing a cult. And later they say that there was a massacre there. So I don't know if they're implying that there were multiple mass deaths at this location. And I don't think it actually really matters, but...
What was that? I said, what's up, brother?
Like I said earlier, this guy's saying slurs crash. You take a guess what he called this guy. So he's making enemies real fast. Nobody fucking likes him. Why would you? Except for that white trash princess. My bad. Well, it's the first night they're there. They're cooking up dinner. Mei Ling is, just doing an atrocious job of cutting these fucking tomatoes. But they're having dinner together, so we're setting the scene.
And don't dismember each other, please.
Okay, so Crash again, he's just killing the vibe.
Maybe we should be toasting to the victims of the Liquid Sky Massacre.
Okay, so here we go. The Victim Sky Massacre. I feel like I didn't say that right, but whatever. A massacre happened.
It was this psycho, and he went around and he drugged people and he killed them. They still don't know who did it.
Okay, right off the bat, Serendipity's like, that guy Bogey with the fucking binoculars? Yeah, he's weird.
You know who gave me a weird vibe is that weirdo Bogey, the caretaker.
We're already pointing fingers and nobody's even dead yet.
No, he was a total freak.
Oh, he's just inbred.
Is he inbred or is he outside? And then it immediately cuts to him looking into the windows. This was a TV show, right? They have to have those little asides where they're like recording themselves on their personal... This girl's sitting in the bathroom by herself recording herself. And I genuinely think she's the only one that does that throughout the movie. I think it's just her talking about how she's trying to sleep with the producer, Brock, so that she could get ahead in life. She's plotting. The men have a room together.
Funky ass Jersey boy power play, pissing in the wind, drugstore cowboy parking lot, coughing up a lung.
Crash is just being a weirdo again. This dude, there's a few times that he's saying stuff. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's annoying people.
Pistol whipping, coaching horses, $20 horse.
What is your major malfunction?
Major malfunction! Bring it back. The women aren't all in the same room. I think it's 2 and 2. And so in this room, we have that girl with the dreads, Isabel, and Caroline. And Caroline, I guess, is scared of the dark, so she has those clap lights. They make a whole scene of this. The clap lights never come back.
I just feel so much safer having easy access to light.
Whatever, so she's scared of the dark. Isabel is like not responding to her, and they're going to sleep, and for some reason Isabel starts singing. I love media where a random character just starts busting into song, especially if I'm trying to sleep. You start singing, that's just gonna piss me off. That's gonna piss me off. Shut up. Caroline's not bothered though. She's just like, what? My mother never sang to me.
It's beautiful. My mom would never sing for me.
Like, what are you talking about? They hear something while they're trying to go to sleep, and they get up, and it's Serendipity, the cigarette girl that's trying to sleep with Brock. She's just in the bathroom, making herself puke. I believe it's called bulimia.
But, people who don't eat well are always a little off balance. Bit of an airhead. She could be somewhat self-centered.
It cuts to all the other women talking shit about her. Brock, the producer, is into some dark stuff.
Brock, stop!
He wasn't killing her, okay? He was recording them having sex, and she's like mad because she's like, you're getting weird about things. So she walks past Bogey, and she yells at him because she's yelling at everybody, okay? But she walks off. Then they show Brock. They cut to him, and he's sitting there just watching all these cameras like a freak. I think that mostly served the purpose to tell you that there are cameras everywhere. I don't know if these are the ones that are not hidden or what, but there's cameras all over the place. He's watching people. So his girlfriend that angrily left his room, she's leaving completely. So she's going to the barn to grab her bike because she doesn't have a car. They're in the middle of nowhere. They said they're far from anything, so she's got to go get her bike. And when she's in the barn, she starts hearing stuff, and they show her on the cameras. And she's like, Brock? And she's the first to die. So I was wrong. Gar was not the first to die. It was some random person.
Please stop it! No! Please help!
I absolutely loved, though, the way that they killed her. How did you not notice the massive net? When she's in the massive net, and she's just standing up. She doesn't even really try to fight back. She just lets this happen. And then the cut after she's dead. No, please. I don't know what the injection is. The killer, I don't know, tases people and then injects them with something and they're dead. The next morning, Isabel gets up and she goes into the bathroom and she looks everywhere but the mirror. But when she looks at the mirror in lipstick, it says, "Be real." It's so scary. They're all freaked out. And then Caroline and Serendipity come into the bathroom, and Caroline's just wiping it off. And they're like, okay, it's time for breakfast. Who cares? Got another shot of Bogey just spying on them. The whole lot of them are at this pond just hanging out. And Crash is bothering everybody again. He said something calling Isabel Jennifer Lopez or something like that.
Why don't you quit it with the racist comment?
And everybody's getting mad. So Swope, I feel like I'm not saying that right. That doesn't even sound familiar. Swope gets out of the water and starts fighting Crash because he's pissing him off.
I can't fight barefoot. That's why I sleep with my shoes on.
Makes sense. Nobody else has been fighting him like that.
That guy, I'm gonna fucking kill him sometimes.
Everybody's talking about how much they want to kill Crash. Some of them are mad that it got violent on set, and Brock is like, I don't care, actually, whatever gets more views. And Caroline's little ass is like,
It shouldn't involve hurting people, Brock.
Ain't nobody holding a gun to your head, Charlotte.
Charlotte? Why have I've been calling her Caroline this whole time? Her name's Charlotte. Maybe I'm a fool, but Charlotte? My bad. He's changing the rules of the show because he's telling everybody has the power to vote somebody else off.
I just eliminate the competition.
I don't know what the truth is. It doesn't really matter because we don't get to that point. Nobody gets voted off. They just... If you get what I'm saying. He leaves, Brock is in his little creepy freaking dungeon room with the cameras, and he's with one of the other people that work for the show. He's like, yeah, it's going so well. And this girl is like, okay, I gotta go get back to somewhere, but I need your car because it's faster than my car and I'm in such a hurry. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. So she takes his keys. Okay. Alright, back to the cast. They're hanging out. They're having a great time.
Is it true that you're a virgin?
And she's like, what the hell, guys? And this is one of those times where they start saying stuff that's just fucked up, and she's just...
We just hate to see such a hot body go to waste.
Serious waste of material here, we're talking.
Crash comes in, pisses everybody off again, and Charlotte's defending him because she's just a... was gonna say something, but I feel like it's maybe too far.
What a fucking moron.
Oh, come on, you guys. He's just trying to be funny.
Charlotte, I'm so sick of your pure, innocent bullshit virgin act. It's starting to get on my nerves. Thank you.
And then she starts getting defensive at this point. She was totally fine when they were saying all that weird crap about her, but now she's like, you guys don't even know me. You don't even know what I'm like.
Like I do. Or my mom, or her friends.
You don't know anything about me or my soul or the real people that watch this stuff. Like,
Let's go outside. And she goes out there and starts just, like, stripping. Here they are talking about Charlotte now.
Charlotte always pretends to be this good little girl, and something about her eyes say that she's not.
She's got a great ass.
That girl that took Brock's car earlier, she came back, I guess, but she didn't make it all the way to the house, and she sees this shit, like, in the middle of the forest. I was gonna say road, but that's clearly not in the middle of the road. But there's some satanic shit, and then she's like, oh my god, hey, a person in, like, a mask and a robe. What's up? And she's talking to him, and then she's doing this whole bit where she's acting for the camera, and she's doing, oh my god, it's that cheesy shit that they love to do in these movies.
and I'm the devil. Now come into the straps.
Okay, and I thought the Memphis cast was strange.
And then she gets tased and killed, but she did say cast. She said she thought the Memphis cast was strange. Does that include the people that work for the show? I don't know. Gar and Isabel are getting really close, but this is still, like, day one.
My dreams are apocalyptic.
You're the only person here I can relate to.
I don't know why, but Gar's like, you need an exorcism. So he takes her outside, cuts one of her dreads off, and then lights it on fire? I guess he sensed something demonic in her. Serendipity is in the bathroom on the phone. She had gotten this phone from somebody else that works on the crew. Because if you recall, they're not supposed to have their phones. She's talking to, I guess, someone that she's been sleeping with that she's having do some of her business for her. Ooh, someone's in a shower behind her. It's just Crash. Of course it's just Crash. And he's not killing her or anything. He's just pissing everybody off. So they're having like a group meeting to be like, Crash fucking sucks. We hate Crash. And he overhears them. He shows up and he's like, what the fuck, guys? Why is everybody talking shit about me? And then he starts saying some wild shit. I know he's already been saying wild shit, but now he's like,
Because I will come to your house, and I will find you in your home and wreak havoc on your children. You're all dead meat. This whole show is dead meat.
okay, so they all start, like, threatening each other at this point.
Out of my face or I will shove it up your esophagus!
Cast, crew, everybody, like, everyone that works there. Charlotte runs after Crash, and she's like, don't be like that, don't be like that. And he gets into the tree. Another shot of Bogey spying on the cast. Mailing walks in this room, and Charlotte is just standing there naked in front of a mirror. I don't know why, but she picks it up and she's like, I'm so embarrassed about how I was acting earlier. And she lays down on the bed with Mei-Ling. And then Mei-Ling tries to kiss her because she's bi, remember? That's her whole thing, is she's just trying to hook up with everybody because she's bi, because that's what that means. In June? But then Charlotte is like, what the hell?
Feels like there's two different people inside me, and one of them's acting crazy.
Serendipity succeeded in one of her little schemes, and she's over here. She just slept with Brock.
Between our personal life and our professional life.
Professional life. Shit, girl, you scarier than I am.
She's not pretending like she's not using him by doing this. She's just very straightforward that she's doing this for her personal gain. This other dude that she was hooking up with so she could borrow his phone, I didn't show him earlier, and I know that, but this is that guy. He's over here being a little pervert, and somebody else is watching him watch her. The stream of him watching Serendipity shows up on the screen, so he's looking at himself now. And he's like, what the heck? And he realizes that the person's like right outside the window that's recording him, and he goes over there and he's like, oh, are you also into stuff like I am? And then he gets tased and killed.
Oh yes, pain is pleasure.
not fast enough. He was not killed fast enough. They show Bogey doing something. He's cutting some power. He's doing something. And it's the next morning. They wake up. Serendipity finds a pile of blood on the floor. And here's the thing. The killer's just been tasing and giving injections to people. So I don't know where all this blood and, like, gunk came from. But it's there. And Charlotte is up and she made everybody coffee and she's like, here. And then she starts cleaning up the blood.
Where's Eugene, my own personal videographer?
I don't know, but I'm gonna kill his ass when I find him. And April.
I put in every single time somebody says that they're gonna kill somebody. Obviously, it's not, like, a legitimate threat, but, you know. Also, Eugene is the dude that was just murdered last night. So, Brock's like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm not telling you it's not Brock, but, like, let's be real. Also, April. They're all gathered, and Gar is like, hey, I've got some weed, let's go smoke. And a few of them run off and go lock themselves in a room. Brock is pissed because he's like, I need to be recording you. You guys can't be locked up in there. You're breaking your contract. I need to be recording you. But they're in there, hee because they're smoking.
I'm gonna fix every last one of y'all.
He loves telling everybody he's gonna kill everyone and everything. Charlotte and Crash did not go into that room, obviously, because nobody likes them and nobody wants to hang out with them. So they're sitting over there talking on the couch.
They study the brain, so they think they know everything. Especially about my rage.
But she's trying to flirt with him, and it's just not going well.
I'm flirting with you.
I gotta piss.
So obviously, that's thriving. The group of them that were smoking came out of the room finally, and Brock is like, what the fuck, you guys? But Isabella is like, hey, I'm hungry. We don't have any good food here. Give me something. And he's like, damn, okay. Gives her this obnoxious key to the barn, because he says that in the barn there's a pantry where there's some extra food. While she's walking over there, Bogey's got his binoculars out again. He's just taking it all in. While she's in there, she is looking around, whatever, and sees that guy that was murdered last night, like, dangling from the rafters. Isabel runs back to the house to tell him, like, hey, there's a freaking dead body in the barn, and nobody gives a shit. They're, like, not listening to her at all. Not a single person seems to give a shit about what she's saying.
Why doesn't anyone listen to me? Why aren't you listening to me?
They all go to the barn, except for two of them stay behind, Maylene and Swope. And again, Bogey's just watching them with his binoculars, watching them come back, the group of them, to go to the barn. Maylene and Swope, they stayed at the house, right, and they start fucking.
What do you know about the Kama Sutra?
So back at the barnyard, back at the barn, they obviously see the body there, and Gar starts ranting because he thinks that this is part of the show. He's like, that's not a real body. They're trying to get us. They're messing with us. He couldn't just say that, though.
Well, you lose! We win! We figured it out!
A couple of them run out of there, and Gar trips on his way out.
Me too. Wait for me.
Charlotte and Crash, though, they're like, somebody needs to actually see if this is a real dead body, like if he really died. And they go up there, and Crash cuts the body down for some reason, and then the dead body lands on Charlotte, and she's screaming. Okay, they did not need to do that, but also this is a crime scene. You guys are ruining the whole thing.
It's not a fake.
You weren't faking, were you?
Kama Sutra girl is the killer. In this video, I said Kama Sutra because she's talking about Kama Sutra, and I didn't remember anybody's names. That's awfully suspicious. Look at the way she's looking back at him, and why didn't they go see the dead body? Why would you go to go see the dead body? Whether or not you think that there's a dead body, I wouldn't go. Also, Kama Sutra, and that guy was tied up and hanging. The rest of them are already accusing Bogey, that guy with the binoculars, because also that's, like, the obvious suspect.
I can't call anybody. They confiscated the phones, remember?
Maylene and Swope come back out, and they're like, what's up? What happened? Because they didn't think that there was really a dead body.
Where's the dead body?
I think anybody that ain't here is up there.
On the roof?
Dead!
Oh my god.
A lot of them are begging Brock, like, you need to get a phone or something, call somebody because we can't stay here. When Brock leaves, everybody now is like, it's Brock. Brock is the killer.
It's him. Shh. He has no soul. Can't you see?
They're accusing everybody left and right. Which, at this point, is when I said I actually think it's Charlotte that is the killer. It's been another 2 minutes, and I actually think it's the blonde virgin girl. So I changed my guess to Charlotte, and that was like my final, I was locking it in. It's Charlotte. Then they start saying, yeah, it's probably one of us. It's probably one of the cast members, because, oh my god. But then Crash is like, I'd be dead first because you guys hate me. So if it was one of us, you would have killed me by now.
You all hate the Crash.
Unless you're the killer.
The Crash has never killed anyone in his life.
But of course, then they're like, Crash, it's probably you. And I don't know why Crash starts talking in the third person like that.
Words of the Crash's weapons.
If you refer to yourself in the third person one more time, I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna help.
Swope gets in on that too. Everybody, they are not taking this shit seriously at all. But leave it to Charlotte to be a little whiny baby and tell everybody they suck, and she's crying about it. She's like, we have no idea, honestly.
Now listen, we don't know if we're dealing with some random madman or a psychotic producer, or if one of us is the killer.
We just have to stick together. And Serendipity's like, okay, well, let's leave. Let's take Brock's truck. But of course, Charlotte's like, we can't because Brock has the keys.
I'm sure Homeboy can hotwire it.
I cannot hotwire a car, asshole.
I can hotwire a car.
They bash that window in, hop in, and then the wires are all fucking mangled already, so they can't even hotwire it. They go back inside because they're stuck there. Brock is in there, and he's like, guys, what the fuck? First off, where did you go? Second, someone busted up my phone. And, like, okay, there still should be a stockpile of everybody else's phones, but I guess we're operating under the assumption that those are also busted.
Where you gonna go? There ain't nothing around for 50 miles.
In case you're like, oh, why don't you just walk away? Personally, I'd still be fucking walking. That one person was leaving on a bike, by the way, so I don't think, no, 50 miles. Gar goes to the kitchen and grabs a knife.
He's got a knife!
Hell no.
And everybody's like, oh my god! But he's like, no, it's just for protection because one of you is gonna try to kill me.
Not arm myself so as not to arouse suspicion?
And then we're also finding out that they've all been drugged. So they're not only scared and freaked out, but they're all also like, I don't know what they're drugged with, but they are not in the right minds. So that explains why they split up. For some reason, Gar starts saying that he's the killer and screaming. I don't know why he does that.
I'm the killer! I'm leaving! I can see straight!
So all of them grab a weapon because why wouldn't you, right? Serendipity points out that the coffee tasted funny. So they're basically saying that they got drugged. The coffee is where the drugging happened. Brock is just fucking around, and Charlotte knocks the camera out of his hand and breaks it. So he's just like, you guys all better stay here, but I'm gonna go fix my fucking camera because this is my job. So he leaves.
Else I swear to God, I'm gonna kill each and every one of you myself. You understand me? Kill you.
Alright, we're back to throwing around accusations. Crash says it's Swope because of the video games that he plays.
If the killer's here, kill Crash first, please!
Isabel is like, okay, well, there weren't any more weapons for me. Will somebody go to the barn with me so I can get a weapon from there? Because all I have is this, like, one of those long forks for, like, ham or something. So Mei Ling and Isabel go down to the barn, and again, Bogey is out there with his binoculars just watching them. They go in, Isabel picks up this pitchfork, but then Mei Ling is like, it's you! You're the killer! And Isabel's like, no, it's not. Calm down, you need to relax. But Mei Ling's not hearing none of it, so she hits her in the head and runs off. So Isabel is just like knocked out in the barn.
I'm getting upset. It's bad when that happens.
Mei Ling's running away, and when she's running away, she runs into Swope. And she's like, it's Isabel. I know it's Isabel. And he's like, what do you mean? She's like, come, look, like I just knocked her out. So he follows her to the barn, and Isabel's body is not there anymore. And he's like, wait a minute, what do you mean you knocked her out? What the heck? And he's like, nah, I'm not fucking around with this. So he leaves. And Mei Ling's like running back to the house. While she's running back to the house, she thinks something is following her. First, I thought that she was just hallucinating something following her, but she wasn't. This was real. She gets chased to this fountain and zapped and killed as well. And she's dead, Mei Ling's dead in the fountain. It's real sad. She went belly up. Gar wasn't even the first one of the cast today. While all of that was happening, Crash went to Brock's room, and you remember he brought that gun from earlier? I guess Brock put it underneath his mattress. So Crash went and grabbed his gun back, and so he's walking around with a fucking firearm. Brock goes back to his room later, I guess not at the same time as Crash was in there. He looks at the cameras and sees Mei Ling's body in the fountain. He's like, oh shit, this is going to ruin the show. This is going to tank the ratings.
Whoever the fuck find this shit and I'm chopped up in little fucking pieces, I had nothing to do with this shit.
Swope is in like some other house. I don't know what this house is, but he's in there and he sees, oh my god, there's somebody else in here. And then he's like, I'm actually prepared for this though, because I acquired a chainsaw at some point.
Redneck's worst nightmare. With a chainsaw.
And so he's chasing after the killer. He chases them upstairs. When he's up there, the lights turn on and he sees those other two people from the crew that were killed. And he's like, ah! And then his chainsaw dies. So then the killer's chasing after him again. He runs downstairs and hides under this flipped over couch. And he waits to ambush the killer. He's winning this fight. They're down. And he slowly approaches them to go take the mask off of the killer's face. And fuck all. I don't know why. He gets zapped and killed. Which is kind of fucked up. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean he was winning that fight? Why did you do that? And then they show Gar walking into Brock's room, and he's like, ah! Because Brock is also dead, and he has a TV on his head that's playing the recording that he was just doing a couple minutes ago. I don't know what's going on. Up until this point, I was convinced that was a wig. I don't know if anybody else was thinking that, but I guess that's his real hair. It looks like it's coming out of his head, which is wild. Back at the house, Serendipity's just been wandering around this same room, I think, the whole fucking night. I don't know why she's still in there. Crash comes from around the corner, and then Isabella also comes into the room, and they're like, why the hell do you have a gun? And he's just like, it's not me, it's not me. And frankly, I think, yeah, if you have a gun and you're not shooting the people, then it's not you, right? So, Isabella's going wild again. She's like, Mei Ling's in the fountain. I don't know, she starts screaming, and then Crash... Look at my head, it's like, oh my gosh. Serendipity gives the gun to Isabella, and she's like, shoot him! And she's like, no, I'm not gonna shoot him. Serendipity has the gun, and they hear a knocking. And Isabella's like, oh my god, I knew it. I knew he was coming. They walk over to the room, turn on the light, and oh, it's Gar. They shot Gar. I believe this is maybe the second night, at most the third night, that they've known each other.
I love you, Isabella. Always did.
They never even really had like an actual conversation. The most they interacted was that exorcism he did on her dreads. Gar died though. I thought he was gonna be the first one to go, and the killer wasn't even the one that took him out. They show I keep wanting to call her Caroline. They show Charlotte sitting on the toilet in a different bathroom somewhere. Serendipity's still doing one of those video diaries. Like, girl, there's other shit. I don't think this is going on TV anymore. Stop. Isabel went to a closet somewhere. It looks like she's staying on the ground by herself. And then Crash is just lurking outside. After Charlotte finishes her dump, she walks out to that kitchen and sees that Gar is dead on the ground. She's like, ah! And then while she's in there, someone grabs and pulls her, and it's like, oh my god! But it's just Crash, and he's like, it's okay. I'm not gonna let anything hurt you. Okay, Crash. And he gives Charlotte his gun. And he's like, but it's okay because I always carry this on me.
I'll be alright. I always carry this.
And what is that? That's a pocket knife. Yeah, no, it's okay. You can take the gun because I always have this knife on me. That's doing people wonders right now, man. Also, he lost his hat. Crash leaves and he's like, I'm gonna go find the killer. I'm gonna leave you alone right now, but don't worry. I won't let anything bad happen to you. And he leaves. So they're, again, all by themselves. They show this gloved hand taking a fuse or something out, and the lights go off. And then they show Serendipity while the lights are turning off. So obviously it wasn't her. Okay? Are we keeping up? What do I know? Well, I do know who it is. Because I've already watched this. But what do you know? She's like, oh, the power's out. Let me grab a jacket. The cloaked figure comes out and starts chasing her. So she runs outside. While she's getting attacked, she takes a mask off of the person and she's looking at him and doesn't say anything. There was no, like, you type of deal. Like, there was no, like, recognition going on. So it was like, when I was watching this, I was like, does she not know the person? Wouldn't that be fucked up if all of this happens? It's like this mystery, and it's not even a character that you know. Don't be alarmed. It is a character that we know. So if you guess someone, you might be right. While this is happening, they show Isabel in the closet still by herself. So it's not Isabel, is it? Murder's happening for ages. Isabel runs out and I guess just stumbles upon this scene, and so the person finishes killing Serendipity and then starts chasing after Isabel. Isabel runs into Brock's room, that little dungeon room with all the cameras. She runs into there, and then there's like some room attached to that bedroom. The killer follows her in there. Killer closes the door that Isabel just went into and locks it. So Isabel's now locked inside this room. I'm gonna give you a moment. Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? It's Charlotte! I was right. I was so proud of myself. I'm gonna take this moment to recap all of the sketchy things that she did that I noticed. She was the one that gave them the coffee that was laced. They said, I knew that coffee tasted weird, and none of them were like, who gave me that coffee? It was Charlotte that gave me that coffee. This could have been solved ages ago. At the end of the day, what would her mom and her mom's friend think about this? Okay, so Charlotte's the killer. She's got time on her hands because most of the people are dead. So she's like, Isabel, sing me a song. But she starts crying while she's singing, and she's like, that killed the vibe. That's not it. So she starts busting in there because she's gonna go kill Isabel. But, oh my god, Crash just walked in. And I don't know if you were thinking that they were in cahoots or something, but they're not.
Charlotte?
Crash.
She tases Crash and straps him to a chair, but she doesn't kill him yet. Isabel is still in that room. She's got Crash on the chair. He starts making some noises because his mouth is gagged, but it's like not even in his mouth. It's just like, and she's like, okay, what? Takes his little,
We can be butterfly gods on the open highway.
don't kill me, baby. Like we could be together. They show his hands that were like so poorly tied up. Wow, Charlotte. Yeah, so he bites the shit out of her lip. It was really hard for me to tell what was going on here, but that's what happens. Bites her lip, and then she falls over, and it gets up, and he runs into the room that Isabel was locked in. Charlotte gets the gun and goes into that room that they're in, but she's fucking not paying very much attention, I guess, because she walks past them, and then Crash comes out and knocks her over. She drops the gun, and he punches her in the face. And I guess he was like, yeah, she's knocked out. So he gets up and starts walking away. But it takes a lot to knock this girl out, because Swope tried to do it earlier, and now Crash thought he did it, but she's still conscious. So she stands up to try to attack Crash. But then Isabel had grabbed the gun and shot Charlotte. So Charlotte is dead. We got our survivors, Isabel and Crash. And what do? They go and do one of those little video diaries.
Want to talk about all the people running around out there who think that reality don't smell.
That's it, really. But they show the two of them walking out of the house together. And fucking Bogey's still alive. Do you remember that guy with the binoculars? He's still alive. He's out there. They show him, he gets up, because he's just been watching this whole fucking thing happen, I guess. But then he says...
Cut.
Some of these people, I think, were semi-successful. I mean, we got Miss Ace Hardware in here. In modern day, I don't think she even has dreads. That was actually really fun for me. I'm really interested to know if any of you guessed correctly. I think I'll give it like a 9 out of 10. Thank you, Rena, if that is your real name. And the rest of you, I guess all of you, bye.